He was very capable to fight with Russians, but the this is the trick of Russians. They was waiting for the summer, and in the summer they started fighting against the Hitler, and Hitler got lose the battle in this way. Have you ever heard about this? Hi, Krishna KK.
Hi Di, good afternoon to everyone.
Good afternoon. I was
Sorry, good
telling
morning to everyone.
Good morning.
this thing the history repeating itself that when the Hitler invaded in the Russia, so that time also this is happening. Matlab, the war was only for 4 or 5 days, but it being so long for 1 month, more than I think 1 month. So this time is also happening the same. The Russia thought it will be the 4 or 5 days, but it is taking more than 4 and 5 days. And now Ukrainians are waiting for the summer, and in the summer, na, the weather will be the worst for the Russians, as well as all the army will be the tired, and then they got the battle and they won the battle and the last of the, and this is the um, means you can say the ladai ab once he entered the Ukraine, na, Russian entered the, and now he cannot came back now because he invaded. So maybe the things is same, will be lose the battle or won the battle, win the battle. I don't know, but it is happening the same this time. What do you say, Krishna? KK?
Di, I think the Hitler lost the battle because of the weather only. Because the soldiers of Germans, uh, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, मतलब वो ठंड सहन नहीं कर पाए थे. They the Germans army did not suffer the cold. That's why Hitler lost the Russia at that time. And Hitler means actually Hitler was invading so many countries simultaneously. Uh, he is means capturing Poland. He is capturing means he actually fought 4 sides, and his diplomacy was a huge difference. Means firstly he made friend to the country. Thereafter he took his uh, involvement in the battle to fight someone else. And when means he won that country, so that means simultaneously he captured that friend country also. That's why he
Mm.
lost. मतलब वो
You know
एक he
what is
kills.
this? You know
Sorry,
what is the KK? The sign of the his flag is Satya. You know, this Indian
yes,
Satya.
but there is no bindus. The only means without bindus. He
They
was
are
using
also
that
believer
satya.
of, they are also believer and of Hinduism, something Hindus, Germans.
Actually, the we Hindus came from the north east India, na? Means actually the real Indians are the black one. Means the tribal caste of the India. But if like I am having the color, क्या बोलते हैं, मीन्स जो गोरे लोग होते हैं means we came from the northeast Europe. Means the history when the history begins, so our ancestors came from over there only. मतलब जो सिंधु सभ्यता में आए थे, so they
Aryan,
came
they
from
came
over there
from
only.
German and
Yes, yes, the so the Aryan came from over there only, means northeast Europe. So
hmm,
that is not the real height. Means like I am 6 feet tall. So the Indians were not having that kind of height. The
hmm,
Indians were short one. Means like nowadays we saw the tribal caste like who are living in Andaman and Nicobar, in Patal Kot. So they were the real Indians. The Gond, uh, the Bhils, they
Bhil,
belong to
Gom.
India. Yes.
हाँ,
So they were the native Indians. We are the outsiders, I think. Sir, am I right, sir?
it
Have
is
you
considered.
ever?
I am not aware of it.
I
Uh,
know something about it because the it is considered that the Ramayana was when Ramayana was written that they have entered the west of India, Sindh by the Sindh, and they were very tall, fair, and like this. So they become a god like this. So we it is considered, I think, कि they
no,
that's why Ramayana Ram and Ram like
if you start ancient India while reading, so you will get these things. Means when did Aryans came in India? So you will get the time near about 900 to 500 BC. So means they were actually I saw the Bharat एक खोज, the discovery of India is the book of the late Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. So he
hmm.
wrote all these things in different chapters. So
We have seen episodes and movies earlier in our
actually the
TV.
story starts, if you saw na Didi, second or third one episode, so you'll get this thing. Means the Aryan came from over there only.
Nowadays, I'm teaching history to Chimu, so I'm getting so matlab, this thing again after a long time. When I used to study the but and did not get anything. I forgot everything. But now recalling all the thing revision on, so I'm getting so many things. I got to know the what is the area and are they coming from and the what is the uh, Sindh and Sindhu Ghati Sabhyata like this. All the things I'm reviving nowadays.
Actually, they came from the Indus Valley only. The that's means from Sindh only. Uh, they got that route means from the Central Asia. They came from Afghanistan and means they took that one day. So they firstly called it Sindhu, and that Sindhu is converted in Hindu. Means they called us Hindu. Sindhu means they cannot pronounce Sindhu, so they were pronouncing like Hindu, Hindu. So that word become Hindu. Means two castes were there. Means the Arabs and the Aryans ones. They cannot pronounce well, so that word become Hindu uh, with the name of river Sindhu.
Sindhu River, Sindh, and the color of blue indigo. That's why India it name our name
India.
of indigo
Yes.
color used to uh, उगाया जाता था. Salt, Indian blue colors. In the world there is no blue color in others country and others continents. Only in India, Sindhu Ghati Sabhyata, the blue color is grown. So that's why we are famous for the Indian as a indigo.
Yes, you are right,
Okay,
Miss.
Poonam, do you have any knowledge about it? So you can share us.
No, you guys are too much. uh, mm, what can we say? You have both lots of knowledge about it. I don't have any. I have little knowledge. Actually, now my kids are also grown. So earlier I used to teach them, but now uh, I don't teach them. I'm far away from teaching now.
But you are teaching in Dera, na?
Yes, from last 2 years also, it is also not going on because of COVID. Kids satsang yet not started.
Okay, let's play one game. Aparna, can you introduce this coin?
Yes, indeed. It is a passable coin.
Possible.
Passable.
क्या आप ये सिक्का चला सकती हैं?
यस, बिल्कुल मैं इसको चला सकती हूँ.
ये
ये चल
चला,
सकता.
हाँ चल सकता है. And can you introduce this coin?
No, I can't utter a bad coin. I can't utter a bad coin.
और क्या आप ये सिक्का चला सकती हैं?
नहीं, ये
खोटा सिक्का.
हाँ, खोटा सिक्का.
Ask two questions.
पूनम, can you introduce this coin?
Yes, Aparna, indeed, it's a possible coin. Possible coin.
Possible.
Complete the process.
क्या आप ये सिक्का चला सकती हैं?
हाँ बिल्कुल, ये सिक्का चलाया जा सकता है.
Can you introduce this one coin?
No, I can't utter a bad coin.
क्या आप ये वाला सिक्का चला सकती हैं?
बिल्कुल नहीं, ये खोटा सिक्का नहीं चला सकती.
KK is there.
Okay, KK,
Yes,
can you introduce this coin?
yes, ma'am. Yes, indeed. It is a passable coin because it is introduced by Nasik Taksal.
Nice. Can you introduce this coin?
Ma'am, complete the process.
क्या आप ये सिक्का चला सकते हैं?
हाँ मैम, मैं बिल्कुल ये सिक्का चला सकता हूँ क्योंकि ये नासिक टकसाल के द्वारा जारी किया गया है.
Okay. Can you introduce this coin?
No, ma'am, I can't utter a bad coin because that was introduced by Harappa
Lopez.
Sabhyata. Uh,
Who was introduced this coin?
Ma'am, no, I can't utter a bad coin because that was introduced by Kusans.
Okay. Uh, क्या आप ये सिक्का चला सकते हैं?
नहीं मैम, मैं ये सिक्का नहीं चला सकता हूँ क्योंकि ये कुशांस के द्वारा जारी किया गया था.
Ancient.
Sir, can you introduce this coin?
Yes, indeed. It is a possible coin.
सर, क्या आप ये सिक्का चला सकते हैं?
हाँ बिल्कुल, ये चलता है, सिक्का चल रहा है, चल जाएगा. पॉसिबल, एक दूसरे को पास करते हैं ना, पॉसिबल.
Possible.
Okay, sir. Sir, can you introduce this coin?
No, I can't utter a bad coin. That's why keep it yourself.
ओके सर, क्या आप ये सिक्का चला सकते हैं?
नहीं, खोटा सिक्का खुदाई को रख के पास रख लो, ये नहीं चलेगा.
ओके सर.
Have you written this? Poonam is writing.
हाँ, पूनम इज राइट.
This is idiom. Can anybody guess?
सर कैन आई?
Yes.
Why are you splitting hairs?
आप अपना सर क्यों खुजा रहे हो?
आपके बाल दो मुंहे क्यों हो रहे हैं?
तुम अपना सर क्यों नोच रहे हो?
आपके बाल झड़ रहे हैं. Why are you splitting hair?
आप अपने बाल क्यों खराब कर रहे हैं?
This is very famous Hindi मुहावरा. जब कोई किसी विषय के बारे में बहुत ज्यादा बात करने लगता है.
आप ज्ञान क्यों
वैसे
बघाड़ रहे हो?
मेरा सिर क्यों खा रहे हो? नहीं, ऐसा नहीं. बाल की खाल क्यों निकाल रहे हो?
कभी कभी अपने मुहावरों की तरफ ध्यान से देखो तो टेक्निकली कितना अजीब लगता है. ये बाल की खाल तो नहीं होती है, लेकिन अंग्रेजी के हिसाब से देखें स्प्लिट तो होते हैं भाई हेयर. तो भाव वही आ गया. Okay, let me start with Aparna. Aparna, who is splitting the hairs?
My old friend, which with whom I am meeting after a long time, after some disputes. So she started again that matter when I have closed earlier, and I said, "Why are you splitting hairs?" मेरी एक फ्रेंड से मैं मिली और बहुत दिनों के बाद मिली, जबकि मैं उससे एक सारा किस्सा खत्म कर चुकी थी, और फिर वो मिली और मेरे से बात करने लगी और वही पुरानी बात करने लगी. तो मैंने उससे यही बोला, वाह यार, तू बाल की खाल क्यों निकाल रही?
Aparna, ask.
पूनम, नहीं, who is splitting here?
Aparna,
Sorry,
Congress
the please come again.
Who is splitting
hairs.
here? Yes. Who is splitting hairs? Who is splitting hairs? नहीं ले रहा but I am saying right.
It will do. Answer.
Congress party is splitting hairs. Congress party was trying to splitting hairs, but they do not get success.
Complete the process.
कौन बाल की खाल निकाल रहा है पुनः?
अपन ना कांग्रेस पार्टी जो है वो बाल की खाल निकाल रहे हैं लेकिन वो सक्सेस नहीं होते हैं. KK,
Yes, ma'am.
who is splitting hairs?
Ma'am, the news anchor is splitting the hairs on that wars topic.
कौन बाल की खाल निकाल रहा है?
मैम वॉर न्यूज प्रवक्ता युद्ध के विषय पर बाल की खाल निकाल रहा है. सर, हु इज स्प्लिटिंग द हेयर्स? सॉरी, हु इज स्प्लिटिंग हेयर्स?
Munnu is splitting hairs.
सर, कौन बाल की खाल निकाल रहा है?
मुन्नू बाल की खाल निकाल रहा है. Okay, come to a fresh page, write down the new heading.
This is the 23rd pattern. Start to begin.
Come again.
This is
23rd.
23rd.
Okay, write down the first sentence. बच्चा 1.5 साल में चलने लगता है. बच्चा 1.5 साल में चलने लगता है. Who has to make this sentence?
I have to make this sentence.
Okay.
Kid start to walk. The kid start to walk in 1.5 year. In his 1.5.
Ask Poonam if you were me.
Poonam, if you were me, how would you make this sentence?
If I were you, I would make like this. The kid begin to walk in 1.5 year. KK, if you were me, how would you make this sentence?
Ma'am, if I were you, I would make that sentence like that. The kid begins to walk in the age of 1.5 years.
Correct.
Sir, I, if you were me, how would you make that sentence?
I would make this sentence same. Kid starts to walk within 1.5 years. Kid starts to walk within 1.5 year. Sometimes present simple will follow you, create problem. Uh, Only once, let's make the sentence in all the formulas. Kid begins to walk within 1.5 year. Kid starts walking within 1.5 years. Kid begins walking within 1.5 years. Aparna, speak the sentence in 4 ways.
The kid starts to walk within a half year.
Within one and a
Within
half.
1.5 year. The kid begins to walk within a 1.5 year. Within a 1.5 year.
विदिन जब हम वन लगा रहे हैं तो ए लगाने की जरूरत नहीं.
Within 1.5 year. Kid start kid starts walking within a one within 1.5 year. The kid begins walking within 1.5 year. Puna?
The kid starts to walk within 1.5 year. The kid begins to walk within 1.5 year. The kid start to walking within 1.5 year. The
नहीं,
kid
सॉरी,
okay. The kid
200 तक
starts
तो हम्म,
walking within 1.5 year. The kid begins walking within 1.5 years. Okay.
Ma'am, the kid starts to walk within 1.5 year. The kid begins to walk within 1.5 year. The kid uh, start the kid starts walking within half an year. Uh, the kid begins walking within 1.5 year. uh, बच्चा 1.5 साल
okay,
में चलने लगता.
okay. Let's make some practical sentences of our own. You know, sometimes he starts stammering. मतलब कभी कभी वो हकलाने लगता है. हम सिंगुलर नंबर लेकर चलते हैं अभी. प्रेजेंट सिंपल.
Sometimes I start cry whenever I remember my मायका. कभी कभी मैं अपने मायके को याद करके रोने लगती हूँ. पूनम,
के यू कैन.
के
Yes, sir. Sometimes Ritik Roshan, uh, sometimes Ritik Roshan's, sometimes Ritik Roshan starts to haklana. I'm not getting the verb, sir.
अभी तो हमने तो वही वर्ब रखी.
Sorry.
स्ट्रमिंग.
स्टैमर.
हाँ.
हमने वही तो रखी. समटाइम्स ही स्टार्ट्स स्टैमरिंग. कभी कभी वो हकलाने लगता है.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir. Actually, I'm doing simultaneously two work today. My mom and dad is not here now, so I'm making meal for my brother.
ओहो.
That's why I did not. Okay, I'm making another sentence. Um, uh, Poonam ma'am, after you, actually, I want just a minute.
Um, Anyone starts doing something good, so many troubles they have to face. कोई भी जब कोई अच्छा काम शुरू करता है तो उस काम में बाधाएं बहुत आती हैं या उसको बहुत परेशानियां का सामना करना पड़ता है. Have to face so many. So how anyone starts doing good, so he has or she has to face so many problems.
सेकेंड राउंड. अपर्णा, डू यू स्टार्ट
Sir,
हेजिटेटिंग इन दिस सिचुएशन? अच्छा, ओके ओके ओके.
sir, sometimes starts to, sometimes she starts to get emotional. Get emotional. कई बार वो इमोशनल हो जाती है,
होने लगती है.
होने लगती. Is it working, sir? Actually, I think.
इट इज ओके. अपर्णा, डू यू start hesitating in this situation?
Yes, sometimes I start hesitating in some situation when is when the situation is not uh, situation is not in my level.
क्या तुम ऐसी स्थिति में घबराने लगती हो या
हाँ सर,
हिचकिचाने लगती
मैं ऐसी स्थिति में घबराने लगती हूँ, हिचकिचाने लगती हूँ जब वो सिचुएशन मेरे लेवल की ना हो. Poonam, do you start hesitate?
Yes, Aparna. Come again, Aparna.
Same question should I ask?
You can change verb.
Okay. Do you start to speak English anywhere?
Yes, sometimes I start. What?
एक
Come
minute,
again.
let me ask complete. Do you start to speak English when you get a company?
Yes, sometimes I start to um, speak. Um, what was your question? I forgot.
Do you start to speak English when you get the company?
Yes, sometimes I start uh, to speak English when I get the company.
क्या जब आपको कोई अच्छी कंपनी मिलती है तो आप इंग्लिश बोलने लगते हो?
हाँ, जब कोई अच्छी कंपनी मिलती है तो मैं इंग्लिश बोलने लगती हूँ. KK, are you ready now?
Yes, ma'am, I'm ready to answer.
Mhm. Um, After a long time, do you start to speak English again?
Uh, yes, ma'am. After a long time, I start to speaking English again. Complete the process.
लंबे समय के बाद क्या आप फिर से इंग्लिश बोलने लगे हैं? बोलना शुरू कर दिया है?
Sorry.
बोलने लगे हैं, बोलने लगे हैं.
Sorry.
नो? लंबे समय के बाद आप फिर से इंग्लिश बोलते हैं?
Sorry.
वर्किंग वो जहन में दूसरा सेंटेंस चल रहा था.
हाँ.
टेंस का ध्यान नहीं रखा पूनम ने.
Poonam, I'm repeating my sentence.
No,
Do
don't
you?
repeat. Don't repeat. I'm asking to KK. Actually, she is repeating the same verb of yours. That's why I'm asking next question to KK. Do you start facing problem whenever you do not worship the God?
Yes, sir. I'm facing problems whenever I'm not worshipping the God.
चैप्टर तो कहीं रखा ही नहीं.
Okay, sorry.
Sir, please come again.
Do you start facing problems whenever you do not worship the God?
Uh,
Yes, sir. I start to facing problems
sorry.
whenever I do not worship the God.
तुम टू भी लगा रहे हो और आईएनजी भी लगा रहे हो.
Yes, sir.
ये देखो.
I start to face problems whenever I do not worship the God.
I want to inform you guys, this formula is more fashionable and
Yes.
easygoing. It is free fluent.
I'm start I'm start facing problems whenever I
I
do
am
not worship.
तो बिल्कुल गलत हो जाएगा. I am start is
Facing
not
problem, sir. I start facing problems whenever I do not worship the God.
क्या जब कभी भी तुम भगवान की पूजा नहीं करते हो तो समस्याएं आने लगती हैं?
हाँ सर, मैं जब भगवान की पूजा नहीं करता हूँ तो समस्याएं आने लगती हैं। सर, विथ whom should I ask? पूनम मैम।
पूनम। और विथ whom
मैम,
to whom is correct. To whom should I ask?
ओके सर। मैम, when just a minute, I ma'am, do you start comprehending good thoughts?
Yes, KK, I start comprehending good thoughts.
मैम, क्या आप अच्छे विचार आत्मसात करने लगती हैं?
हाँ केके, मैं अच्छे विचार आत्मसात करने लगी हूँ।
Poonam, I am asking one more question related to you. Do you start teaching just after reaching Dera?
Uh, no sir, I do not start teaching just after Dera.
क्या डेरे पे पहुंचते ही तुम पढ़ाना चालू कर देती हो या पढ़ाने लगती हो? सॉरी, पढ़ाने लगती हो।
नहीं सर, मैं डेरे पहुँचते ही पढ़ाने नहीं लगती हूँ। Should I ask to anyone? Aparna. Uh, Aparna, do you start painting just after the class?
No, no, Poonam, I don't start painting after the uh,
Just after
English
the
class.
class.
Just after the English class.
क्या आप क्लास के तुरंत बाद पेंटिंग करने लगी हो?
करने लग
लगती हो? पेंटिंग करने लगती हो?
नहीं पूनम, मैं इंग्लिश क्लास के बाद तुरंत पेंटिंग नहीं करने लगती। I do something else. Do you start to whom should I ask?
Everybody's done.
Okay.
I'm giving second sentence. उसके बाद वो इंग्लिश बोलने लगी। उसके बाद वो इंग्लिश बोलने लगी। Please write it down. Have you written Hindi?
Yes sir,
Okay.
we have
Okay. So who is to make this sentence?
I am to make this sentence.
Yes.
After this, she starts speaking English.
Nice. Ask Katie.
Please
ठीक
switch
है?
off the fan.
Ask
As
Katie.
current is not here, Aparna, so fan is not on. Fan is already off.
Okay. Some disturbance is going on.
Ask
Okay.
Katie.
If you were me, how would you make this sentence?
ma'am, if I were you, I would make that sentence like that. Later on, she begins. Later on, she begins to uh, speak English. Uh, the If you were me, how would you make that sentence?
If I were you, I would make this sentence like this. After that, she started to speak that sentence.
Okay. Ask me.
Or I should take second one. Begin.
All are same. There is no problem.
Okay. If you were me, sir, so how would you make this sentence?
Well, I would make this sentence like this. Later on, she started speaking English. Later on, she started speaking English.
Should we take a second, no? Third and
Con-
fourth sentence now.
Continuity gives you flow.
So,
Continuity.
this first or second sentence giving a break while making.
Yeah, that's why use this one. Only third one, I must say. Third one. Okay. Aparna, later on, what did she do? Imaginary answer.
Later on, she started crying when I said something about the past and we met with each other. So she started crying.
चलो हम इसका हिंदी बदल देते हैं फिर उसके बाद क्या हुआ
उसके बाद वो रोने लगी जब मैंने उसको पुरानी बातें बताई और जब हम मिले थे उसके साथ तब वो रोने लगी
सो सैड के से पूछो
अरे पूनम later on what later on
व्हाट हैपेंड भी कर सकते व्हाट हैपेंड लेटर ऑन
with her what
You know,
happened with her
Aparna, later on she started improving her.
उसके बाद क्या हुआ
उसके बाद उसने अपने आप को इम्प्रूव वो अपने आप को इम्प्रूव करने लगी
यहाँ लगा शब्द जो है उस पर सभी लोग ध्यान दें लगा लगी लगे ओके पुनः मास्क के
के
Yes, ma'am.
later on what happened to her
Um, Ma'am, later on, she started to tell her आप बीती.
no
Please come.
okay later on what happened to her
Ma'am, later on, she started to tell her आप बीती. I'm not getting the English word.
okay उसके बाद उसने क्या किया
मैम उसके बाद उसने अपनी आप बीती सुनाई सॉरी उसके बाद वो अपनी आप बीती सुनाने लगी सर लेटर ऑन व्हाट हैपेंड टू हर
later on she started doing her own business
सर उसके बाद वो क्या करने लगी
उसके बाद वो अपना खुद का बिजनेस ही करने लगी नाउ राइट डाउन द नेक्स्ट सेंटेंस आजकल वे जीडी बैच में आने लगे हैं आजकल वे जीडी बैच में आने लगे हैं Who has got to make this sentence?
सर आई हैव गॉट टू मेक दिस सेंटेंस
What happened? You are mute.
Yes, sir. Actually, I am not recognized.
Okay.
Nowadays, is, he has started uh, to coming on the GD batch.
Well tried. No problem. Ask Aparna.
If you were me, how would you make that sentence?
If I were you, I would make this sentence like this. They have started coming on GD batch nowadays. Nowadays, can we put starting
Both,
in the
both,
starting of the
both, both the sides.
sentence? They have started coming GD batch.
Ask
Poonam,
Kunal.
how would you make this sentence if you were me?
If I were you, I would make like this. Later on, she started to come in GD batch. If you were me, sir, how would you make this sentence?
Well, I would make this sentence like this. Nowadays, they have started. ये प्रेजेंट का संकेत दे रहा है. They have started coming in GD batch. Nowadays, they have started coming in GD batch. Write it down. And simultaneously, Aparna, just repeat the same sentence.
आजकल वे जीडी बैच में आने लगे हैं. Nowadays, they have started coming in GD batch. Poonam,
Um, Nowadays, they have started to come in GD batch. उसके बाद वो GD बैच में सॉरी नाउ एक्चुअली ना अर्लियर आई रोट रॉन्ग इन हिंदी. नाउ आजकल वो GD बैच में आने लगे हैं. ठीक है.
Nowadays, they have started coming in GD batch. आजकल वो GD बैच में आने लगे.
अभी आपने 3 अलग-अलग टेंस में इसका प्रयोग सीखा. प्रेजेंट सिंपल में इसका प्रयोग काफी यूजफुल है. This chapter, this pattern is very much useful in present. Later on, we saw second sentence in past simple, and last sentence we have seen of present perfect. I'm giving you one more sentence. Later on, we will practice this again. The last sentence is तुम भी जीडी बैच में आने लगो. तुम भी जीडी बैच में आने लगो. इसका चैप्टर पहचाना किसी ने? Which chapter?
सिंपल फ्यूचर.
order or request?
यहाँ पे ऑर्डर दिया जा रहा है या रिक्वेस्ट की जा रही है. भी आने लगा यार जीडी बैच में. तो ये चार जगह इसका सबसे ज्यादा प्रयोग होता है. प्रेजेंट सिंपल, पास्ट सिंपल, प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट एंड ऑर्डर रिक्वेस्ट. इसका बहुत प्रयोग आपने जरूर सुना होगा अक्सर. स्टार्ट राइटिंग.
Start coming in GD batch.
यस, ये सिंपल है. लिख लो स्टार्ट कमिंग इन जीडी बैच. वहां तुम भी के लिए कुछ लगाने की जरूरत नहीं है. चाहो तो ब्रैकेट में आप लिख सकते हो यू टू स्टार्ट कमिंग इन जीडी बैच. और एग्जाम के आखिरी में मैडम बोलती थी, टीचर बोलता था स्टॉप राइटिंग. तो आज हम यहाँ विराम देते हैं. पूनम, Time is suitable for you or not? This 11 to 12. 11:30 is suitable.
Actually, sir, 11:30 is more suitable, but I can manage if Sarika is
Actually,
has
Sarika
is
will
having
not
problem.
be. I think Sarika has quitted, so she will not be coming.
Okay,
I am not informed. Madam is informed.
okay,
She will tell me what is the reason after the class. So from tomorrow 11:30.
okay, sir. Actually, no, my husband is yet to go, so I am having. I can done my all household work, but when he goes now, so that time he asks for tea. All, always. So,
No problem. But 11:30 is good, no?
11:30 is more suitable.
See you tomorrow. God bless.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Bye.